Hello, it's Dr. Jacobson, and I want to show you how to use Verity and how to set it up. It isn't working quite right now, so I want to show you how to work around the fact that it isn't working perfectly. Okay, so first thing is I want to go to my Unit 1. Remember, you have to complete the syllabus quiz in order to access the Unit 1 material. And then for today, you can see we're completing our introductory project and we are doing this Verity practice assignment. So the first thing that you'll need to do, if you try to go to the assignment, it will give you an error saying you need to view this page. This page is just telling you just some general rules about the lockdown browser. We're going to be using it for our exams. We need to make sure that you do a desk check at the beginning of your video. You need to be keeping your camera angle so I can see as much of your head and your chest as you possibly can. Make sure that your gaze is fixated on your computer, not looking at something that is away from the computer. And just, of course, making sure that you are maintaining academic honesty. So you will click Mark as done when you're done viewing this page. So now I'm going to go back to that original page now that I've marked this as done, and it will allow me to access this Verity practice assignment. Now it's going to want you to do it in YuJa Verity. So when I go to this page, it's going to give me a list of all the assignments that you're going to have this semester that require YuJa Verity, and unfortunately it's in reverse order, so the last things that you would do are here at the end. So I'm going to just click down here to go to page 2, and that's where you'll see this practice test for Verity, and you'll go ahead and hit start. Now, if you do not have the lockdown browser installed on your computer, you'll need to download it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've deleted it from my computer so that I can show you how to download it. So you'll click that download. It's downloading the install file. I'll open it and go ahead and click on it, and that will install it on my computer. Okay, so I can now see that it is starting to install Verity onto my desktop. All right, it is now finished installing it, and I've got an icon on my desktop that says Verity Lockdown Browser. I'm going to go ahead. I've got two monitors here, which is why I'm kind of looking over at my other monitor to open it. And now I've got my lockdown browser open. So from here, you can go back to your original thing and you can either hit the launch the lockdown module, which will open the Verity browser, or you can just copy the assignment and then go back to the lockdown browser and you'll enter that into the bar. You will need to log in if you haven't logged into the Verity browser before. So right now, this is where it is not working quite properly. It's saying that you need to do a setup. Well, there doesn't give you anything to really set up. So what you can do to work around this is within the Verity lockdown browser, now that you have it open, you can just go to Verity. And then you're going to go again and find that assignment just like you did the first time and hit start, but now you're in the lockdown browser, so it's going to start setting up the Verity proctoring. All right, so this is finally loaded. Now I can click on it and it is going to open this up into my proctoring readiness check. And so you're just going to walk through this down here at the bottom. Let me just pull this down. I have a next button. I'll click next. So it's telling you what it's going to be recording. I cannot do it currently how I have it because I cannot have dual monitors, so I would need to disconnect my second monitor in order to make this work. But then when you go through all of this, then it will start recording. Okay, so I have disconnected my external monitor, so now I am ready to go and recording. It is going to ask me to select a camera to use and my headset for recording audio, so I'll hit confirm on this, and then I'll go to next, and it's just telling me my clipboard's going to be disabled, spell check's disabled, and my page and image download is disabled. All right, so I'll go ahead and hit next, and now I am ready to start my assessment. So I'm going to hit start assessment. So now my assessment is going. I do have this window here that tells me I'm doing proctoring. I can minimize this if I would like. So I'm going to go ahead and minimize it just so it's out of the way. And then I can go through and take my exam or take my quiz. So the actual questions here, it doesn't matter if you get these right or wrong. I am really only looking at this in terms of have you set up and used Verity properly. When you are done taking your exam, so you will go through and do this practice test, go back to the Verity toolbar when you're finished and you will hit End Proctoring to end your proctoring session. And so this is just going to let you know, are you sure you want to end it? And you'll hit End Proctoring. It will then upload it and tell you that your proctoring session is complete. If you have any issues at any point along the way, you can contact YuJa Verity. They are actually very good at responding. So please don't be afraid to send them an email and let them know what's happening.